Two options are available for Nigeria to qualify to the World Cup on the last day of the World Cup qualifications. I see so many people doing loads of permutations, calculations. Nigeria need this, Nigeria need that. But this is me trying to explain it to you in simple terms, in a way that you will understand it. Very simple, all the fine details. In fact, I'm so sorry this video will be a bit longer than expected, but I promise you at the end of this video, you will understand every option available, all the things that Nigeria need. In fact, it will be so easy for you that you can explain it to a child, a toddler, to understand how Nigeria can make it to the World Cup in 2026. Now, let's get into the options. Option 1, Nigeria must finish first in the group to qualify automatically to the World Cup. It is still very possible. I'm not even kidding. It is still very possible. And option 2, Nigeria must still win in the last day of the qualification and pray that CAF activates the option of removing the points of all bottom place teams in this World Cup qualifying campaign due to the withdrawal of Eritrea for the World Cup qualification. So having said that, I will focus on option 1 first, and let's explain that. Now, for option 1, there are so many things involved. For all the permutations and the tiebreakers, in case you don't know what tiebreaker is, tiebreaker has to do with the measures put in place, all the things that is being looked at when teams are tied, how they can be separated. That is what we call tiebreaker. So all the permutations and the tiebreakers, everything Nigeria needs, all of them can only work for Nigeria to finish first if only South Africa fails to beat Rwanda. So whatever I want to explain here, if South Africa beats Rwanda, Nigeria cannot finish first. It's of no use. So for whatever explanation, South Africa must not beat Rwanda. Let that be in your head. South Africa must not beat Rwanda. So for the purpose of this video, let's assume that South Africa will not beat Rwanda. The best they can get is a draw. That is the only way Nigeria can finish first in this group based on the permutations I want to do right now. Now, let's focus on Benin Republic and Nigeria. And for the purpose of this video, I will also focus only on Nigeria options, because for Benin Republic, they still have their own option. Get a draw against Nigeria, and South Africa, if they fail to win, Benin Republic will qualify. Get a win against Nigeria, even if South Africa wins, it has no use for Benin Republic, they will still qualify. But for Nigeria, on the last day of the qualification for the option 1, there is still 2 options available. I see some people say they need to score 3 goals, they need to score 2 goals. No, Nigeria needs just 2 things. Number 1, score 2 unreplied goals against Benin Republic, and if South Africa fails to win, Nigeria will. In fact, I don't need to be mentioning if South Africa fails to win. You already have it in your subconscious. Let's assume that South Africa did not win in the last day. That is where all these things can happen. So if Nigeria scores 2 unreplied goals against Benin Republic on the last day of the qualification, Nigeria will top the group with 17 points and better goal difference to Benin Republic. As you can see on the table, Nigeria has 3 goal difference, Benin Republic has 5. So if Nigeria scores 2 goals against Benin Republic unreplied, that means Nigeria will be on 5 goal difference, while they will remove 2 from Benin Republic, which will put them on 3. That way, Nigeria will qualify as group winners. Now, the second part, which is very long a little bit because of the tiebreakers, has to do with Nigeria winning by one unreplied goal. You know, this qualification, scoring goals have been a very big problem for Nigeria. Hardly have we even scored 3 goals. Like, it is to score goals now is by connection for Nigeria Super Eagles. It is very difficult. But let's assume that Nigeria wins by a goal to nothing. We can still make it to the World Cup and finish first in this group. Now, let me explain. Please be patient because it's going to be a bit lengthy. If Nigeria wins by a goal to nothing against Benin Republic, we still have our chances to finish first in the group. Now, that is where tiebreaker comes in. There are so many tiebreakers that are looked at to separate them, because if Nigeria wins by a goal to nothing, we will be tied with Benin Republic on the same points, the same goal difference and everything. So, but how can we separate Nigeria and Benin Republic? Now, go with me. In the first tiebreaker, let's assume Nigeria, this tiebreaker has to do with Nigeria winning by a goal to nothing. If we win Benin Republic by a goal to nothing, that is where all these tiebreakers will take center stage. So let's go to the first part of the tiebreaker. The greatest number of points obtained in all group matches will be looked at, assuming Nigeria wins by a goal to nothing and South Africa loses their game against Rwanda or gets a draw. Between Benin Republic and Nigeria, they will now look at the greatest number of points obtained in all group matches. That way, if you check the table, Nigeria will be on 17 points, Benin Republic will be on 17 points. That way, nothing is separating us and Benin Republic. The second tiebreaker that is looked at is the greatest goal difference in all group matches. This has to do with the goal difference of all matches played in the group. Of course, if we win by a goal to nothing, we'll have 4 goal difference. Benin Republic will have 4 goal difference. So nothing will be separating us. We'll still be tied. Just like Siamese twins. It's like Genetro really like Nigeria so much because he's keeping tabs. Anything we do, we are just together. So the third thing that is looked at in tiebreaker is the most goals scored in all group matches. Now, this is where it gets a bit interesting. Now, look at the table. Benin Republic, they've scored 12 goals in this qualification. Look at that, goal for 12 goals. Nigeria, we've scored 11 goals. Now, if we win Benin Republic by a goal to nothing, we'll bring our goals to 12. The same with Benin Republic. So when they look at the most goals scored in all group matches, that means we'll be on the same most goals scored. They've scored 12, we've scored 12. Nothing will be separating us. So the first part cannot separate us. Let's go to the second part of the tiebreaker. Now, the second part of the tiebreaker has to do with Nigeria and Benin Republic alone. Now, the group is not involved. The fourth thing that is looked at is the greatest number of points obtained in all matches amongst the concerned teams. Now, the points obtained between Nigeria and Benin Republic amongst themselves, not the group now. Now, when we play Benin Republic away from home, we lost by 2-1. So 3 points for Benin Republic. Now, if we beat Benin Republic by 1 unreplied goal, we'll have 3 points. So which means the points obtained in all matches amongst the teams is still the same. 3 points for Nigeria and Benin Republic respectively. We are still tied. Oh my God, it's not easy. Let's move on. The fifth tiebreaker that will be looked at is the greatest goal difference in all matches amongst concerned teams. Now, it's not about the group. The goal difference between Nigeria and Benin Republic. So, the goal difference, Nigeria lost 2-1 to Benin Republic and won by a goal to nothing, assuming, hypothetically, we win by a goal to nothing. So that means we scored 2, we considered 2. They scored 2, they considered 2. So the goal difference will be 0-0. So which means we and Benin Republic will be on 0-0 goal difference amongst ourselves. That way, nothing will separate us. Let's move on. The sixth thing that is looked at is the most goals scored in all matches amongst the concerned teams. Now, this is almost like the goal difference. Benin Republic won 2-1 in the first game. We won by a goal to nothing, assuming we won by a goal to nothing. So that means goals scored. They scored 2, we scored 2. They considered 2, we considered 2. So you see, they scored 2, we scored 2. So nothing is separating us. Now, section 2, subsection 7 of the tiebreaker. This is where Nigerians will now laugh. This is where that 1 goal, unreplied 1 goal win against Benin Republic, this is where it is going to favor us. The number 7 tiebreaker rule that is looked at is the most goals scored away from home in all matches among the concerned teams. In the first leg, we lost 2-1. Second leg, assuming we win by a goal to nothing, that means we scored 1 away goal. Benin Republic did not score any goal in our home. This way, Nigeria will now top the group and qualify based on the away goal rule, scoring an away goal against Benin and not conceding any goal against Benin. So the number 7 rule of the tiebreaker is what is going to favor the Super Eagles. So it's not as simple. But now you know that 2-goal win for Nigeria, 2 unreplied goal win for Nigeria will see us not needing all of these tiebreakers, pending if South Africa fail to win. But if we cannot score 2, let's manage to beat Benin Republic by at least a goal to nothing, it will still favor us because of the number 7 rule of the tiebreaker, the away goal rule. So this is the option 1, and this is how it's going to work. I'll be back in the next video to explain the option 2, which has to do with Nigeria still winning and hoping for CAF to remove the points of all the bottom place teams because of the withdrawal of Eritrea. And this one will have to do with if South Africa wins and will beat Benin Republic, we'll have to now look at the second position for the playoff. How is it going to work? I will explain all of that in the second video. In the next video I'm going to do, I will explain. So if you have any question for this what I did right now, maybe you're a bit lost or confused, watch the video again, or you can drop the questions in the comment section and I will answer you. Good luck.